So this video is about the narcissist cheating and the signs that they're cheating on you, and some of my own experiences, some of the things that I went through before the eventual breakup, and some of the signs of cheating and things that the narc did to gaslight. So let's go through some of the signs that the narc is cheating on you, and I'm sure you can identify with these. My narc, for example, went through my phone. Yeah, was so protective over her own phone and said, "It's me being me. It's me being myself. You just need to get used to it." You'll see a lot of that. You'll notice that in the first week of the relationship, the love bombing phase most likely, they're constantly asking for sex from you. They are so into you. But you will realize that all of a sudden, there's a complete emotional and physical withdrawal from you. And it's so alarming because it's so opposite. It's the complete opposite of what it was just a week or two ago. You'll notice though, there'll be sure signs that some other source of narcissistic supply is getting action. My narc ex had a condom in her room during this complete emotional withdrawal and physical withdrawal from it. They'll be very protective over their phone. I've mentioned this. I just mentioned that. But you'll see more and more some triangulation going on. You'll see the introduction of a new person. In my case, my narc's new person was this John guy. And she was texting him more and more and more and more and treating me. The order of narcissistic supply had changed at that point. I wasn't supplying her with much narcissistic supply at that point. So there was a new source. This John guy, I think was an ex or something like that. She would text him more and more and more. And when we were actually together, sitting at the library or something, we would sit down next to each other and she'd be texting him. She'd even look over at me, to see, is he looking at... She would almost want me to look at the computer. She would, text him on Skype on her computer. She would look at me like, "Are you seeing this? We're talking. I think there's something going on. Maybe you might want to see this." She would look at the computer, look at me, look at the computer. "You see this?" You'll see that they start laughing at their text messages a lot more. You'll notice that they're really into that person. And they sort of want you to see it, but they don't want to be caught in the act of cheating on you. But they want to give you some clues. Okay? But here's the thing. When you finally confront them, in this case, in my own case, I confronted her. And you know what happened? She absolutely scolded me. They give you so many reasons not to fully trust them. They give you so many reasons to be suspicious. But guess what? They repeatedly ask you, "Why can't you trust me? Why can't you trust me?" But they repeatedly give you reasons to be suspicious. And that's what they always love to do. Gaslighting. My narc ex told me that there was stuff that I was making up in my head. Why do you make up these crazy things in your head? Yet she would admit the things that I made. I made a 2-page list, by the way, of things that she did. She admitted that those things were legitimate, but then the next second she would say that you're making up these crazy things in your head. And it hurts me so much. We'll get to that "it hurts me so much" thing, because in my last video I talked about how she moved on very, very quick. So if she was so, let me just talk about it right now. If she was so hurt by me being suspicious, so hurt, if I hurt her so bad, like she pretended, why did she move on that quick? If you were so hurt, don't you need time to recover? Remember, narcissists don't have any feelings. Sociopaths don't have any feelings either. They don't have any feelings. There's an emptiness. So they have to quickly fill that up. That's why they move on so quickly. That answers that question. Why did my narc ex move on so quickly? Or sociopath ex? That's the answer. Because there's a hole in them. And they have to fill that hole. They have to fill that void. Right? That's why they do that. So yeah, she scolded me for being suspicious. I noticed that narcissists, when confronted with their behavior, they either explode and turn it back on you and blame you and gaslight you and say that you're crazy and making things up in your head, or they completely just leave. They leave your presence. They disappear instead of talking to you. Perhaps escaping to that new source of narcissistic supply. That's what they love to do. You notice that they have a lot of people of the opposite sex. I've mentioned this in the last 2 videos. It's a huge pool. It's sort of a harem of, people that could be replacements. The hiding of the text messages was just ridiculous. Protective over their phone. I mean, she gave me so many reasons to be suspicious. Like I said, just repeatedly, would ask, why can't you trust me? Yeah, it would give me so many reasons not to trust. About the gaslighting and her telling me, you're making these things up in your head. That stuff worked. Narcissists are so good at gaslighting. It's so amazing. I mean, I was so convinced. I was so fucked up in the head. I was so convinced that yes, it was me making up crazy things in my head. And I'm this crazy guy. It just can't be helped. I'll be fucking honest with you guys. I wanted to fucking kill myself because I was like, the dialogue in my head was, I'm too fucked to be helped. I make up these crazy things in my head in this relationship. What's the point of being here? I'm too fucked to be helped. She's great. She wasn't. It was simply the gaslighting that she was so good at. And the reason why she was gaslighting is because she doesn't want all this stuff. She doesn't want me to see all these things and realize all these things. She doesn't want me finding out what she's really doing. But she wants to give the clues. That's how messed up it is. you'll see that the narcissist will brag a little bit about other sources of supply. For the opposite sex. You'll see that there's a lot of bragging about them or defending. They'll be very defensive about them. And by the way, this Nationwide hat, I'm supporting NASCAR driver Alex Bowman. So if you wonder why I have a Nationwide hat, that's why. Anyway, back on track. You'll see. So you all these signs here, the narcs cheating on you, is so obvious. They'll say things like, "I don't deserve you." They might put you down the next second. There's just constant confusion. I'm confused reading this list of things that she did. I was confused when she actually said these things written on this list. He liked to cause confusion. Here's one very telling sign that they're cheating. They go through your phone and put themselves as your home screen or lock screen or whatever it is. Yet, they don't put you as their home screen. You see that? So, narcs would do anything to make you jealous. That's part of what I talked about in the last video. But they'll also try to hide clues that they're actually... They'll try to hide the actual act of cheating. They'll want you to know the clues, but hide the actual acts. Okay? And they will gaslight you when you catch them and call them out on it. Or completely leave you, break up with you. Which is actually good because the trash takes itself out. And you can slowly recover every day. And you regain your sanity the narcissist took away from you.